Hello everyone and welcome to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. This is Dawn Pauley from Dawn Pauley Designs and I'm so glad you could join me. I'm working with some Pinkfresh Studio products today, which I absolutely love. I have the Cherry Bliss stamp set. This is a really nice stamp set that comes with some nice sentiments for everyday encouragement or thinking of you type cards. Next, I have the coordinating Cherry Bliss Layering Stencils, which makes the coloring of the cherries super easy. I also have the coordinating dies that go with the stamp set, and it comes with dies for two of the sentiments. And lastly, I have the Scalloped Grid background die, and I love this background because you could do so much with it, and it makes for an elegant background. So let's get started. The first thing I do is stamp my image with a Copic-friendly black ink, and then I'm going to use the stencils to color in my images. I don't know if you can see, but the stencils are all numbered in the top left-hand corner, so you know which stencil goes first, second, third, and fourth. I like to spray a little bit of pixie spray on the back of my stencils to hold them in place. And then I'm going to line the first stencil onto my image. Okay, let's do some ink blending. I got these new Lisa Horton inks from ScrapbookPal. I've been playing with them a lot and I really love them. I'm using a few from the new metallic set that just came out, and I love the shine that the metallic ones leave on the image. Right now, for my base color on the cherry, I'm using the fruit salad color. This color is from set 1 that came out. I'm putting a pretty good amount down because I want it to be on the darker side. The next color I'm using is the Sunshine color from the new Metallic Collection. I'm only going to put a small amount down because I don't want to color the whole flower in. I'm using the tiny size Tim Holtz blending tools. They work really well with this ink. I line the next stencil up on the image, and for the leaves I'm going to use the Mojito color from the Metallic Collection that just came out, and I'm not going to color the entire petals with the green. I want to leave the tips of the leaves a little bit lighter and a little bit kind of white on the ends of them. I also wanted to give you a little tip. I decided to put some tape over the top of the flower in the middle of the stencil because I'm using the mini blending tools, but they are still a little bit on the bigger side. And if you're not careful, you could get the green color onto the flower part, which, trust me, I did. And that's when I decided to cover it with the tape. You could use smaller blending brushes, but I didn't really want to. I felt it was just as easy to cover the flower up. Look at how nice this is coming out so far. I love it. Okay, I went ahead and lined up the next stencil, and I'm using the Magic Garden color. This is also from set 1. This color is a little bit darker than the Mojito color, and I thought it would make a good contrast color. You could also color the stems brown if you wanted to. I decided just to use the green for everything. This is the last stencil, and this is where you put the accents onto the cherry and the middle of the flower. I'm using the Cherry Bomb color. This is a really pretty deep red color, and it really accents the cherries really nice. I'm not going to ink blend the accents of the flower. I don't have a color that I really like, so I'm just going to use a Copic marker to just highlight the lines of the flower. I used the coordinating die to cut the image out. I went ahead and die cut 2 of the Scalloped Grid Cover Plates from white cardstock, and then I'm adhering them together to add a little bit of dimension to the card. I also cut a piece of yellow cardstock a little bit smaller than the Scalloped Grid, and then I'm going to adhere it to the back of the white grid so you can see the yellow through it. I take the entire card front and adhere it to an A2 size card a white card base. And then for the sentiment, I rub my paper with my embossing powder bag. I stamp it with some white pigment ink, and then I'm going to pour white embossing powder on it. And when my heat tool is good and hot, I'm going to emboss the sentiment. I use the coordinating die to cut out the sentiment, And then I put foam tape on the back of the sentiment and the cherries, and I'm just adhering them to the front of the card. And to finish off the card, I'm using some Spellbinder self-adhesive pearls to accent the card with. I'm just randomly putting them on the card. I use my little knife to put them on the card because it makes it a little bit easier to pick them up and put them on the card. And that's going to complete my card for today. I love how this card turned out. I don't know if you can see the shine of the ink, but it really looks nice on the card. I want to thank you for joining me on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I would love for you to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the card. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel and their other social media platforms so you don't miss out on any great inspirational videos. Also, check out their website for any new releases they might have. And as always, I want to thank you for spending your time with me, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day.